Welcome to our Hometown's virtual conference series, where we discuss digital strategies for newspapers. Today's webinar is hosted by Online Media Campus, and we will be hearing from Matt Larson, President and CEO of our Hometown Incorporated, on the topic of syncing print with digital subscribers.
Welcome, everyone. I appreciate you taking the time to join me. Today, again, we'll be talking about syncing print and digital subscribers. I want to first just give you a quick background, a little bit more background on myself and the company, our Hometown, where we work with hundreds of newspaper websites, built native apps for them as well across North America. We do this all on a WordPress-based platform that we've customized for newspapers. I'll talk a little bit more about some of the plugins that we've developed for these specific functions that we'll discuss. It's a family business founded in upstate New York in 1997. I joined the business about 12 years ago, and I've always been more on the customer service sales side of things. So I spend a lot of time talking to customers. As Erica mentioned in the intro, I do these customer interviews frequently. And so we're really dissecting how they're using these tools and understanding how to apply the same solutions elsewhere. And so the platform, not just the solution set that we can bring, but the platform itself is constantly evolving based on publisher feedback. So basically in the next 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how many questions we have, we'll discuss why you should sync your print and website subscriber lists, how to sync those subscriber lists, and also we'll discuss some of these techniques that you can use to do that and expand the subscriber base beyond print and the website into mobile and audio formats. So first off, basic question, really basic. First principles, why offer digital subscriptions in the first place? And let me just make sure, Erica, let me know if we get any questions, but I'll try to watch this panel the whole time as best I can. 82% of readers prefer to get their news on digital devices. That's why we want to offer digital subscriptions. 53% access it on a mobile device. So the majority of your audience is on mobile. That's something to always keep in mind. And we'll talk more about that. News posted online without a digital subscription model is giving away content for free. So that's clear. So we need to have a model in place. Once you have that model in place and people are paying for the content, it will lead to more regular engagement with your website. There's an increased perception of value of the content when it's not free, and obviously provides new revenue opportunities. Also, a clear benefit, just logistically speaking, it allows you to access readers outside of your paper's delivery range. Digital subscriptions are more profitable. You're just paying for basically hosting the website, and it just scales from there. There's no increased cost as your audience grows, as opposed to print. So let's do a quick poll. How many of you have a website where you offer digital subscriptions today? Okay, looks like we got all the answers in, I believe. Okay, there we go, 100% in. We have one no. Maybe in the chat, if you want to tell us why. Is your print edition free, for example? But everyone else has digital subscriptions, so we're all on the same page there. But if sometimes it's a technical issue in terms of having a subscription system. So now let's talk about taking it the next step, because having a digital subscription system is really just the first step. Sorry, we can end this poll and show the results, I think. There we go. So yeah, the majority of people do have digital subscriptions. Okay. So now the question becomes, why do you need to kind of integrate this into the rest of your operation? Hold on, I think I see a Q&A. Oh, chat is disabled. Thank you. Okay, Josh, appreciate that. We offer digital, but don't. Oh, digital only. Got it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so why sync your print and digital audiences? The way I look at it, and the way basically the publishers we work with have described it to me, is that newspapers are really positioned uniquely in this digital landscape to grow their audience by cross promoting the brand across multiple very unique platforms. Unlike Facebook and Twitter, those are just very unidimensional. We can, we're in the community in physical format in the print edition, and obviously across digital. But we'll talk about some of the new age stuff that we're seeing in terms of new platforms. But the thing is that you really need to think about it from the customer's perspective. And, this is what we're hearing a lot of, just they need to have this seamless experience across all platforms for processing their subscriptions. If they have to, call into the website or, call into the office to purchase a digital subscription or have you sync up, give them an upgrade for their print, then you got to look it up in a system. It just creates a huge barrier to entry. So, we really want to offer subscriptions that can auto renew. That's one benefit of having the system talk to each other, the print and digital. You can have someone purchase a combo order on the website and have it carry over into the print circulation system, and continue to auto renew. Also, just really important, just basic stuff, but to offer a digital upgrade system to print subscribers. So that's what I was talking about earlier. You really need to have that work through the website as self-service, so people can just call in and it would be able to recognize that they're already a subscriber in the database. Increased revenue, combo orders, digital print add-ons, just add-ons in general. You can add a digital onto print or print onto digital. So, that's another reason to sync up these audiences and kind of treat them as one. Increased value for current and first-time subscribers. So, the print subscribers, get this new value of ability to access the news everywhere. And also then, when you start to bring your print audience over to digital and have it, just as one synced up database, then maybe for the first time, you're getting an email from a lot of these print subscribers, so they can start to get new products like newsletters from you. Okay, why sync your print and digital audiences? Continued. It gives your readers options. We basically said this, but just to reiterate, just to offer these combinations that, give them a deal where they get a discount on the digital for adding it onto print. They pay less than they would if they bought them independently, and that's really clear on the subscription page. People like that, obviously. Promote digital and mobile and print. So this is just a high level idea, just like, again, kind of like basic stuff. Put your URL in the paper header, because that, will just make it easy for people to find you. Unfortunately, not every newspaper's SEO is the best. So to, really drive that traffic from the print audience is important, because if they just Google you, sometimes it's hard to find the newspaper site. QR codes, that's a direct link. It's much easier. People are used to using QR code scanners now. So, you can actually just create a QR code from any URL. Let me just show you really quick. Go to this website, right click, create QR code for this page, and there you go. You just copy this image and you could throw that in the print edition. You could link it. In this case, this example, they linked it to an email, just opened up an email to the editor, but, you could obviously link to multimedia related to the article or to the edition. We see people linking to the audio content that they're creating on the website. So things like that. See, promote print on digital and mobile. So this is just, kind of the reverse. We want to bring that digital audience back over to the print and, make it easy for them to find print editions and where to pick them up. So we have almost every customer of ours puts together a pickup, interactive pickup locations map that, they can click around. This is using our business directory plugin. Okay, so now let's just get to really what this thing is all about, is just the management, the nuts and bolts of keeping these systems, talking to each other. And really what we see most of the time, and I've seen for most of the 12 years I've been doing this, is just manual updates. It's just, in a way, it's the easiest because it doesn't require any development of a system, but long-term, it's the biggest hassle and prone to human error. We see people going, even just doing it so piecemeal that every time a subscription is placed on the website, the circulation manager gets an email and then they open up Print's, circulation management system and enter all the information. So that's kind of like most manual. And then there's also, we've had requests for people to be able to just export a CSV over a period. So we developed that tool on WordPress. And that makes the most sense to me of these two. So you can just do that weekly or whatever your print frequency is. Just make sure that you get all the combo orders that have been placed in the last week on the website. Make sure you get them into the print circulation. But really, ideally, you would have this be totally automated and just have the systems talking to each other at all times. So whether the print was updated or the website got an order, you can update information, edit details on a subscriber on either end, and it would be reflected on the other side. So you want to use some type of an API. Now, the program CircPro is part of the company Naviga now. They offer an open API that you can connect to any website. They're the only one that I know in the industry that has an open API. So we've developed that tool, so we have that working with our MemberPress plugin on WordPress. Now, just a quick poll here. If we could run this next poll, how many of you are using CircPro today? Again, it's sometimes called Naviga these days. So it looks like, we're around, nobody's using Naviga. That's okay. Just curious. So like I said, we've modified the MemberPress plugin to work with the CircPro API. Let me show you this quick video that just kind of explains all the features of this integration in a really condensed way.
Our hometown engineering team, working directly with Naviga, has built integrations between MemberPress and the CircPro platform, allowing for automatic synchronization of subscriber data. We'll demonstrate the integrations through a few common tasks a publisher or customer might perform. First, for publishers, let's create a combination print digital account for a new subscriber. This process is the same MemberPress setup you have traditionally used, entering a customer's email, delivery address, and payment information. However, now once the transaction is approved, the new account and subscription information will automatically sync with CircPro, creating the new account. Next, for customers and publishers. If a customer wants to change their subscription term, they can simply visit the Subscriptions tab on their account management page and click the Change Plan button to select from the available options. They are then prompted to enter payment information for a prorated amount based upon the newly selected term. Once again, after the transaction has been processed, the changes will be automatically synced back to CircPro. Updating a delivery address is equally straightforward. Simply click the delivery address button on the account management page and update the fields as necessary. Once you click Save Changes, the updates are made both in MemberPress and CircPro. And finally, for publishers who are migrating their print subscribers into MemberPress, the account recovery tool on your website provides a simple way to accomplish this. Visit the account recovery page on your website, enter the required search information, in this case the delivery address, and if there is more than one account associated with that address, you will be prompted for an individual name to narrow the search. Once the account has been found, the system will then send an invitation link, the same that goes to new subscribers normally, with login instructions, and the account is now in MemberPress and synced to CircPro. For more information on this feature and all the other tools provided by our custom WordPress platform, visit ourhometown.com.
So as we saw in the video, you can create combo accounts this way and not have to update the CircPro system at all. So someone just on the website in the middle of the night could purchase a combo subscription and they would get that print, delivery the next day. Upgrade subscription from monthly to annual, so they can, modify their subscriptions, edit their mailing address if they're, snowbird or just moving permanently, and then account recovery. So this would be, for if you want to announce a promotion that, hey, all print subscribers can access the website now for this much or for free. We have that whole process set up for finding their account in Naviga. Okay. Now I want to kind of just take a step back and talk about some exciting things that we're seeing publishers experiment with in terms of new publishing platforms beyond print and web. We basically use these same techniques, like the QR codes in the print edition. That's a great one to promote brand new digital products, mobile apps, and audio news or podcasting apps. So you can bring your audience there, but the main opportunity that I see, especially with the audio, is that there's already an audience in these podcast apps. Spotify has their own audience, a paying audience, and so does Apple Podcasts. So if we can tap into that, then drive them back to the print edition and or website and or mobile app. That's kind of the idea, and just get more synergy there from these other audiences that prefer to just get their information through audio. So the playlist tool that we have is all integrated with our mobile apps. But the really exciting thing is that this actually has now a incremental revenue opportunity where we can create brand new revenue from a whole new audience. And then that's what I was talking about in terms of getting to that Spotify audience. They now offer the ability to take subscriptions through their platform and donations. So both Apple Podcasts and Spotify allow that. So that was always kind of an issue with the audio articles, in my view, because, just sending it to these podcast apps, because it is basically your whole newspaper in audio format. If you have a paywall on the website and you're giving it away over here, that's a little bit of an issue. So we have that gap filled. And then just another point I want to make is that we can develop iOS and Android apps as well as the audio articles as a third party. So if anyone's interested, let's see, I could definitely talk to you about that, give you a demonstration, send you some more info. But really quick, could we do a poll for this one? Third poll. How many of you have an app today? And I'm just interested, maybe some comments. If we could say, oh, sorry, I missed some comments here earlier. Let me get back to that. But so the folks, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5 have an app. Could you tell us why you got the app, and do you see it as kind of playing into the whole cross-platform strategy? Are you getting downloads from the print edition? How are you promoting the app to expand your audience there would be my question. Let's go back to some of these questions here. Let me just see. Okay, so, yes. So, do you do all the updates in MemberPress, or do you not, or does it not matter if you use CircPro? Will they both update no matter what? Well, you have to. So we only integrate with CircPro, our plugin, MemberPress. So you would have to be using CircPro for it to update in both places. But if you do use CircPro, then you would only need to update it in MemberPress. Okay. Or in either place, but you could choose to only do MemberPress. Okay, Denise, what percentage do you have to give to Apple and Spotify when taking subscriptions that way? So that's a great question. I believe it's just an annual fee. Actually, as I understand it, they're not charging a subscription. It's not like processing payments through an app, as I understand it. But we're actually working this all out. We're setting it up for a number of publishers. So because it's just brand new, I don't have all these details. So these are all questions that I'll go back and review and send out follow-up answers to in an email to you guys. Okay, Jeff says the app is only for our e-edition. We work with Naviga, and that was part of the deal years ago, right? Yeah, so definitely I see a lot of people using apps for e-editions because they can be tricky on mobile web. So that's often the first place that people apply it. So that's good. I mean, you already have an audience there. I think most people are expecting HTML articles now and more than just the e-edition, but you have the audience there. So, we could help you grow that, and just replace that app if you're interested. Okay, so audio article playlists on third-party websites. I just want to talk a little bit more about how this is possible. We got a QR code in the corner, so scan that with your phone right now, or really, that should work fine. But let me just grab a link to this and drop it in the chat. So again, this is just a way for newspapers to get into audio. It's a rapidly growing space. I think it's approximately 70% of the US listen to audio through these podcast apps at least once a week. So, we can get you in there very efficiently. It's a totally automated tool that will take an RSS feed from your website and basically turn it around, transcribe it into audio, and create a playlist that lives right on your website. So it's totally seamless from the user experience. They don't know that this is handled off on a third party. creates an embeddable playlist. Let's take a look at what I mean by this. The Wilson County News. We can do something just like this. This is called the Buzzsprout playlist. And, this is all content that also lives in Apple Podcasts and Spotify, but, we also run it on the website here. So let's share that. So that's the way that we can do it as a third party. If you were a customer, and I know we got a few of our hometown customers on today, we can have the playlist more embedded throughout the website. You can have a player on every single article so that you can listen to each article individually. But yeah, we can do just like a playlist widget as a third party. Okay, back to this. And we would do that free 30-day trial. If you just want to see what your content sounds like, please check it out and just send us your info at that link. Newspaper playlist generator. So that's what we're looking at on the right here. So when we're doing, even as a third party, we could create this page that looks like basically like a Spotify playlist generator that's going to create playlists based on, the related articles. So if you select one of these stories, it'll generate a playlist that's, mentions the same people, places, and organizations. It's the same sort of idea as, radio playlists on Spotify. We try to create an experience where people just want to keep listening to the same topic. So that would be something that we could host as a subdomain on your website. So you would be sending the RSS feed content, we transcribe it, send it back to you on the playlist that you could put on your homepage. But then this page, which actually, looks more like this on desktop, it's much more going on here than in the small widget. We could offer this, and again, it would be totally branded under your paper. So it would just be, audioarticles.newspaper.com. Okay. So that's kind of, just ways that we're seeing people expand beyond, the print and website audience. So would love to talk to you, anyone interested in that. We have a quick question here. How do you manage playlists for publications that are behind a paywall? Would these audios only be available to subscribers on the website? Yeah, right. That's exactly how it works, Denise. So the playlist generator page shares the same rules as the website. So if you set a single article for free on your website, then the playlist would also be free, but otherwise they would be behind the paywall. So, and that's actually a whole new revenue stream right there. We haven't seen people do that, but you could, in theory, technically sell a subscription just to the audio feed, maybe for, some discount, like something less than what the digital, all access digital subscription is, just the audio feed. That's possible. So can you do a first lines for free? And then, that's a good idea, actually. So I can't believe we haven't even done that yet. So basically teasers as part of this. We can't do that today, but I love that idea. I'm going to actually take that to our engineering meeting tomorrow because that makes a lot of sense. On our playlist generator, I will say this, you can see a teaser on most of these. So if this was hidden behind the paywall, I would be able to see a teaser here, but the rest would be blocked out, but I wouldn't be able to hear the teaser, which is a really cool idea. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's basically, so we came in about 30 minutes. We're pretty much done at this point. So please get your questions in now before we wrap it up. Let's see. So I'd love to, talk to every one of you about what we could do for you guys. I know that syncing print and digital audiences is just often a very laborious task. Again, just prone to error. So, if we can automate that for you, figure out a way to do it with your system, we'd love to help you with that. If you'd like to go all in and have us, look at doing your entire website for you, we can do it on WordPress. Just scan the QR code. That'll take you to our contact us page and just fill that out. Just a couple, contact questions there. And some information about your paper, and then we will follow up with a prototype. We just need a sample PDF. You can send that to us through WeTransfer, and we'll do what we do for about 200 newspapers every single week, which is extract the PDF content and put it into HTML and just give you a mock-up, an actual live website with your content. And so, yeah, that's it. If you guys would like to look at some of these solutions for your paper, please reach out. You can email me or the contact us page. That's all I got for today. So thank you very much. I'll pass it back to you, Erica.